Hey everyone, Cooper Brown here. I'm going to show you a walkthrough of how I set up my Max Design Infinity L booth, because when I got this a year and a half ago, I was looking for ideas and I didn't really find any, so hopefully this is helpful for you. I'm actually switching out my controllers right now. I'm putting in my SRT 1000, which I got like 6 months ago, but just haven't had time, and I've taken out my SX3 over there. So this is how I set up a year and a half ago. So I've got an in-ear monitor system because I wanted to be able to send wireless signal to speakers. I send them to a Bose, and I have body packs. So this is the Sennheiser IEM system, and then I have a Sennheiser G4. There's only a 1U rack space. You can really not fit a 2U rack unless your controller is super shallow. In that case, you could raise this bar right here and maybe fit one under. But let me give you a view of the top right here. The biggest tip I can give is use gaff tape to get your wires down and to, I even taped my power block for my laptop right here with gaff tape. And this has been a year and a half, and I just now came into, as I'm putting in this other mixer, and this gaff tape is still holding super strong. Like, this is not going anywhere. My little daughter's right there working with the tape. And you can see what I did with the wireless antennas is I actually ran them through, and I put them at the very top. Oh, Claire, watch out, dear. I put them at the top left corner, and Claire, thank you, dear. And you can go through these holes and put one of these one of these antenna, what you want to call them, these antenna things right there. Oh boy, this is hard. All right, I'm gonna go over to this side. But I rather would just tape it with gaff tape, and then because this is not metal, the signal is gonna go through really easily. I've had no issues with this. Now, with my laptop, I put the pull through this hole right here. So my my laptop stands right here. And I actually use this hole to bring up my cable to my laptop. Now you can do it through this little port right here. I just found that as I continue to open this lid throughout the gig, I'd have to reconfigure this wire every time because it would slip if I put it through here. So this way, no matter how many times I'm opening this, it's super easy. By the way, I definitely love how you can put your microphone right here. It's just deep enough to where it's definitely not going to fall off unless someone were to push over this entire booth. I put a little power strip right here with USBs because you need to power the little Ape Lab coin lights. And then I had a third one because I have a 6 foot charging cable for my phone that goes all the way around. And so now I can actually charge my phone right up here, or even my iPad. I put my iPad on the left as well. So that's really nice. A really great design is that they have these holes right here where you can actually pull cables through. So I definitely utilize those. You're gonna wanna pull your thickest cables through first. So cables like this that have any big ends on it. That way your smaller cables can just slip through at the very end. I've loved using this power strip right here. It's a DDARIO power strip because it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 outlets, which is really nice. And it's got all the features that you need to kind of make sure that your electronics are safe. It's not a power conditioner, it's not a power like one of those 1U power conditioners, but it's very similar, and it's like $40, so it's really, really cheap. I'll let you just kind of see this. And then what I'm doing now, I haven't done this before, but I don't want to have 2 cables going to my laptop, so I'm actually going to use this 100 watt power hub. And this was hard to find, guys. It was hard to find a power hub a hub that could pull or push 100 watts of power to my MacBook M1 Pro. What's nice about this one is the cable actually comes undone, because the other hard thing was how to find one that was longer than 6 inches, because I don't want this dongle hanging off my laptop in the air. And so this one came with a 6-inch cable, and then I just bought a USB-C 4 Thunderbolt cable, and it's 3 feet long, which gives me plenty of space. So that's what I'm gonna do. That way I only have 1 cable getting power and signal to my laptop. So guys, there's an overview. I've loved this booth. It's been awesome, absolutely incredible. I love how small it is, to be honest. It's really not that big. I mean, once I put the SRT 1000 in here, it's going to, you can see these rails right here. It's probably going to be about that large, which means I only have about 8 inches to the left and 8 inches or so to the right of my mixer. So it's really, really compact. That's my biggest thing. I love how I can put my headphones here. I did not put on the little tiny microphone clip because I just didn't feel a need to. And anyways, totally love this and would definitely recommend it. Oh yeah, also here's the antenna for my IEM system. That's this one right here. It's IEM systems only use, or this one only uses one antenna. And so I've just put gaff tape up on the antenna just to make sure it doesn't move. And then with my cables, it's the last thing I'll show. With my cables, what I've done, it's super simple, guys. I just have my cables dangle out, right? And then I wrap them up kind of like in a circle, and then I just push them through the hole right here, and they sit kind of right here in the case. And then I just make sure they're not dangling through this. That way when I put them in a flight case, it's not gonna dent the foam at all. And so when I get to my gig, all I do is I come up and I just like stick my hand up here and I just pull it out, and then all three of my cables come out, and it's super nice. And then I put them back in. And so, yeah, that's my advice. Hope that helps, guys. And I have it on a keyboard stand just because I'm working on it. Obviously, it has really awesome legs for the whole system.